Hi, you guys. I'm still in my PJs. I'm still without any makeup on, but I just wanted to give an explanation of what part one was about, because you see, I had heard a story, and this is what happened this morning. Is that as I closed my eyes, the story came back to me, but this time it was me, the one. And so this is the story I heard the other day that's a true story. This was, there was a man, his name is Jack Frost, and he now is dead. But he was a wonderful, wonderful man, and he put out a lot of wonderful videos before he died. And what happened is that he had been a fisherman, and he was a man's man, you know, and everything. And he was always out catching the big fish and all this kind of stuff. But he was, it's like that consumed his life. He was a Christian, but he would come home and he would just be mean to his wife and mean to his children. Even though he was a believer, it's like he had become so like everything had to be perfect kind of thing. Just like what I'm always talking against, you know, the Christians that misrepresent God's love. He was like that. And he himself says that. Anyway, so... But then all of a sudden, it's like God broke into his life, and God really, he had called himself a Christian for a long time, but now it's that he saw what he had done to his family, and it broke him, and it made him so that he wanted never ever to do that again, and he wanted to be able to show God's love to everybody, and to especially to his family. And so anyway, this was his kids were, I don't know how old they were, but they were, I think, maybe preteen or even teenagers. I'm not sure. But when he started to really live out the love of God and represent God right. So what happened, he tells this story about how he had been such a mean dad that his kids never brought anybody home because they were always so, you know, fearful that what kind of mood their dad was going to be in. But then after he asked his kids and his wife to forgive him, and he started to really act nice all the time. It's like he was a dad that was approachable. His daughter could now get into his lap and stuff like that. Anyway, so all of a sudden one day she says, "I'm going to bring home this girl," and he was shocked because his kids never used to bring anybody home. Anyway, it turned out this girl had been so abused by her father that just the thought of being in the presence of a father, you know, made her all stiff and kind of mean and all this kind of stuff. Well, anyway, so her dad is in his den, and the daughter comes home and says, "Hey, Daddy, where are you?" Whatever. And so then he says, "I'm in here," and then she just goes and flops down onto the couch in his den, and she encourages her friend just to flop down onto the couch, and she was so relaxed, and she would go and sit in her daddy's lap in front of her friend, and her friend was like just wide-eyed, not understanding any of this because it was so foreign to her. And so then Jack comes up to the girl and starts asking about her. And at first the girl was all stiff and everything and just kind of rude answers. And then Jack asked, I think he asked, I'm probably getting this all wrong, but I think he asked her, you know, "What's your father like?" or "What's your home life like?" or something like that. And anyway, I think she said, "What father? My father's a drunk. He's in the streets. He doesn't come home. He's, you know, whatever." And then Jack looked into her eyes and he said, "I am so sorry." And he said, "On behalf of all fathers, on behalf of your father, I want to please say I'm sorry. Please forgive me." And so it's like she still didn't say much of anything. And he said, you know, I want to represent what a real father's like to you, and I want you to feel comfortable with me and everything. Well, anyway, so I think that if I get it right, the next time his daughter brings the friend home, then she goes and she just flops into her dad's. She came home and she said, "Hey, Dad, I'm home." And then the friend said, "Hey, Dad, I'm home." It's like she started to call him Dad too. And then the daughter goes and flops in her dad's lap. He's a big guy. And then the other girl comes and flops in his lap too. And anyway, as time goes forth, the girl became free to receive the Father's love. Well, anyway, this morning, I closed my eyes, you know, to try to talk to God, and all of a sudden, I saw myself as the daughter, and it broke my heart, because I wanted, just like it probably broke her heart, that she wanted her friend to be able just to receive a dad's love. And it broke my heart, because a lot of you out there have had bad dads, have not been able just to, you know, maybe you're in the same position as this girl, and like your dad has not been good to you or not nice to you, and it's like when you hear the name Father, you just cringe, you know, and I want you. It's like my heart was breaking. I used to be that way with God. I used to not feel all stiff around him, you know, and now it's like for the first time I can receive his love, and I just saw a picture of me flopping into his lap, and that's why I was crying in that other video, because I just want so bad for you guys to be able to flop into his lap and just receive his love. So I just pray that that's why it's like I wanted to bring you into that moment, and that's why I told Jose to get the camera, even though I have no makeup on and everything. But anyway, and this might all seem so weird to you guys, that other video and stuff, but oh well, this is me, and I just wanted to be real with you. And I just pray that if you were somebody who's never been able to feel a father's love, I pray that somehow his love, he just longs to embrace you, and you don't have to change to receive his love. And I just pray that you guys, all of you guys out there, would be able just to flop into his lap. Anyway, what a weird video today, right? Oh well. Dream big and go for it.